We all obviously love Kim Belair from Sweet Baby Inc. Our favorite company by far, obviously. But something has happened, and well, Kim Belair got exposed for a pretty insane past and liking a lot of strange things. Oh yes, someone did the digging, and it's insane. Well, you probably expected her to be insane in general, but it is pretty insane and hilarious.
Ladies and gentlemen, so we got a video from Gothic Therapy over on YouTube. A lot of people sent me this video because they wanted me to talk about the subject of it, which is essentially Kim Belair. Apparently, Kim Belair had a podcast called the Sexiest Podcast. Weird, but okay, whatever.
They had multiple podcasts that they started, didn't get any traction, everyone hated it, obviously, and they just restarted. They had multiple podcasts.
Sexiest podcast, she's free to talk about whatever, but I find it very interesting and ironic because apparently in this podcast they are essentially sexualizing some of the weirdest characters that you can sexualize, one of them being Bowser, apparently, from Mario, which I just find absolutely hilarious from a company that hates when you sexualize real looking women, right? You're only allowed to sexualize the things that are weird.
Well, Bowser's a turtle. I think he's a turtle. I'm pretty sure Bowser's a turtle. I'm not really sure what Bowser's supposed to be. But yes, Bowser and many other things, obviously. Because keep in mind, sexualizing something that they don't like is bad. But when they do it, it's fine. Because you see, you filthy degenerate peasant, are below them. You do not understand what is the good type of sexualization and whatnot. But they do, because they are simply higher beings of existence, okay? They're playing chess while you're playing checkers.
Manly, creature-like, or whatever, but you can't sexualize actual real-looking females. That's too offensive for them, and that's why them, as a consultancy group, like to change those particular things and piss off gamers in the meantime.
Man talk.
Nice.
So let's get into this video, guys, from Gothic Therapy. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Let's get it.
Inc.'s founders, all in their glory.
Ranking sexy in a sad
Wait, he's gonna actually watch the thing? There's no way, right? There's no way.
twisted story.
From DEI to this cringeworthy mess.
They're gaming's biggest joke. No more, no less.
Okay, so this is going to be an interesting
Did we just open this with a rhyme?
video because this is going to be, I don't know how long it's going to be, but we're going to be talking
I kind of wanted to, I'm kind of watching this because I wanted to ditch the rhyme part.
about a podcast they did that is literally on, the site, the account is still on Twitter. It is called the Sexiest Podcast. Honey, would you like to read what the description of the Sexiest Podcast is?
So really quick, before we get into that, I double checked it. It is in fact on SoundCloud. It does exist. They have deleted.
Bruv, sexiest non-human mammal. Sexiest X-Man. Sexiest Smash Bro. Ah, man. Again, they're just degenerates, okay? They don't care about the fact that you sexualize something. They don't care about the fact that someone objectifies women, even though they love to be objectified, and everyone who says no to that is either an ugly woman or a woman who is past their prime and no longer anyone sexually objectifies you. Because don't lie to me, I know how you are. You love that, okay? Being a sexual object is literally the highlight of most women's day. And don't you try and lie to me, oh no, that's not true. Experience, the world, everything says the exact opposite.
Videos, or they are deleting videos, I really don't know, but it does exist. This was from 6 years ago, just to keep an FYI. But there is currently, at the time,
Wanna bet Beast is the sexiest X-Man because he's the closest to an animal?
of this filming, 4 episodes left, and they vary.
Okay, listen, can we actually talk about the big things, about how women actually fantasize about dogs and whatnot, and how actually common it is for a woman to try to actually have intercourse with a dog and whatnot? Can we talk about that? Because No one does, but it's actually super popular. Okay? I don't mean to be the guy who actually brings it up while so society is not ready for this, but that's probably something that we should talk about, okay? Look, I mean, one of the most popular Twitch streamers, Alinity. Everyone knows what Alinity does to her dogs, okay? Everyone knows what Amaranth does to her dogs. They're all the same, okay? Women are degenerates.
Basically anywhere from 40 to 50 minutes. They're a little under an hour long. This one, Sexiest Podcast 2.0, seems to be an introduction over the stream or something, and they put it on the hashtag comedy and entertainment, which again, whatever. But yeah, they're about an hour under, and I expect this to be deleted after these videos get out, especially once my video, Smash JT, everybody, like once all these videos get out, I guarantee you it's going to be deleted. But let's get into it again.
Sure.
The rabbit web goes so deep here. I watched Jeremy from the Quarterings, the CEO of Geeks and Games. It's Jeremy from Geeks and Games said, what's his name? I forgot. The British dude. That's good. Anyway, Jeremy's my favorite homosexual. It is what it is. But yeah, dude, I watched the video where Madame Savvy put together the rabbit hole where this goes. And yeah, if you're wondering why gaming is absolutely fucked, well, it goes deep, and there's a lot of ties, and there's a lot of things. Honestly, I don't even want to know about it. I want to live in the dark like a normal person. I want to be oblivious of the evils of the world, but it's kind of not happening.
The Sexiest Podcast is a weekly ranking of the sexiest everything. Join hosts Kim Belair and Ari McGillivray and their guests as they delve into topics ranging from movie monsters and sea creatures to emoji and ice cream to finally determine what really is the sexiest. New episodes every Wednesday.
Boy.
And they haven't made a new episode in 6 years. I wonder why.
As far as we know.
Again, not even their first podcast. That's the funniest part. They make a podcast, it fails. They make a new one, it fails. They make a new podcast, it fails.
Now, these episodes that were there are pretty high up a episode number, so I'm assuming that they've deleted some of them. I want to give you all a disclaimer. This channel is not for children, but this is most definitely not for children. So if you are a child and you're listening to this, you know what you signed up for, or cover your ears, stick your fingers in them.
I also want to point out one thing quickly. There was 1 like on that podcast episode.
Well, I mean, let's be fair. They don't really get views or anything. Like SBI and the people who try to show for them, they're not exactly popular creators. Let's just be honest here.
This, by the way, this file that I made is 25 minutes. We're not going to watch all of it because trust me, you'll want to stop. And it is literally titled
Of course you did.
What the fuck?
Who's from there?
Oh, let's go back.
Oh, this one.
No, you're not, but you'll be ready.
All right, Kim.
Here we go.
Oh, this one actually might be
Good?
interesting.
Okay.
Because it's Sexiest Smash Brother.
Oh boy.
There's a lot to choose from there.
Okay.
As the lounge version of Celebrate Good Time.
This is the podcast actually talking right now. For those of you listening on this video right now, this is the
Yeah, it's pretty cringe and it's pretty hard to listen to. That's true.
podcast talking, and Kim Belair is being asked the question, what is the sexiest Smash Brother? Which, okay.
Plays on in the background. Do you not remember the Smash Brothers?
I'm familiar with the Smash Bros. I already have mine.
Of course.
I got a couple too.
Okay, so let's just talk about the Smash Bros.
Well, that's all we got to do. We
Okay,
got to start
perfect.
getting through these Smash Bros.
I can do it. So I'm gonna right away eliminate.
We gotta start getting through these Smash Bros. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The fucking hilarious. The hilarity of that statement.
The Mario Bros.
Oh, yeah, you gotta.
Yeah.
Are we going to have to... not everyone has a different skin, but because Samus does have 2 very unique suits, are we going to have to call one over the other?
The thing is, I'm never I've
No,
never
it's never gonna be
worn
zero
to the
suit.
zero suit.
Never gonna be zero suit.
Because it's like it's never been what Samus needed,
No,
and it felt
100%.
yeah. And
Prize at the
since then,
yeah.
But how would you know what a feminine figure is when every single
full hour, like it's an hourglass essentially, but with the
But how would you know what a feminine figure is when every single character you guys work on doesn't have an hourglass figure? Like it's so ironic to hear them talk about, yeah, it has an extremely feminine figure. What do you know as a feminine figure?
Well, they know what a feminine figure is, but that's also a thing that they need to avoid because femininity is bad. And if you don't agree, you're a bigot. Proud bigot, by the way. 10 out of 10. Woo!
females you're making look like fucking androgynous boys. What are you talking about hourglass? Oh, now
Well, females are androgynous boys. That's probably their mindset right there.
so apparently 6 years ago they knew what a feminine figure looked like. So that means they're purposely making these characters not look feminine, which again just goes to the entire notion we've been talking about for the longest time now.
huge
Oh, yeah. Again, if you don't know, Kim Belair is a grifter. That's all she is. She doesn't care about the damage she does. She just is abusing the ability that she can do this and make money, okay? Kim Belair is that kind of person. Everyone working under her, though, is definitely insane. Kim Belair, though, she knows that all of this is bullshit. She just wants to make money and she doesn't care. Now, she, to a certain degree, obviously buys into her own farts, but all in all, Kim Belair doesn't care. She just wants to make money, most likely. That is my opinion. Everyone else under her, though, again, completely mentally unhinged lunatics.
shoulders.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that helmet's very sexy.
I have a very weird thing for huge shoulders in armor. Like, I don't know what it is, but whenever...
Holy shit, manly men are hot. Mind-blowing, mind-boggling. How will we ever recover from this absolute... Was this in the stars or something? Did she read this in her horoscope? Manly men are good. Okay? Do I need to cite the heavy R statistic, by the way, for those of you who are uninitiated, okay? And it's not about R-ing in the traditional sense of whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna do it because I'm gonna pick my language here, but follow me, okay? Liberal women very, very, very often admit to having fantasies about being odd by a strong, wild, Trump-loving Republican. Yeah, that is a very popular fantasy because obviously that's gonna be it. Because what else is it? What else is gonna be it? Another soy frate latte cappuccino with your boyfriend who has 15 cuck cages currently on him? Hell, obviously no. Okay, how many articles that have been over the years of liberal women wishing about having actual Republican boyfriends because they have testosterone? Oh man, life is a cruel thing, okay? And women are the cruelest because they just actively find these magical ways of not living in the reality, even though they crave reality. It is wild. It is insane.
When I played World of Warcraft...
I was just gonna ask, I'm like, were you a World of Warcraft fan though? Because that's their whole deal, right?
Yes. When I played
It's the
World of
orcs.
Warcraft, I made my character male simply because the male armor variations had these massive shoulder pieces, and the female, they didn't do it. Like, they were weirdly gendered in their armor in World of Warcraft. Maybe they've changed that since.
There's nothing weirdly
there's
gendered
nothing
about giving
weird, yeah.
males bigger shoulders because we do. We have bigger shoulders on average. Even some of the biggest female bodybuilders, most of the muscle that they gain is not in their shoulders. Most of it's in their actual chest and their legs, especially their legs. You know, if you ever look at a female bodybuilder, their shoulders still look fairly small in comparison.
Yeah, the female bodybuilders are insane. Okay, there's this very, very, very thin line of, oh yeah, she's hot because she has muscles, and there's like, holy fucking shit, what in She-Hulk is happening here?
person, but males are massive. So it's really not weird at all. If you think that's weird, you clearly don't know what people look like.
But yeah, there is something about big shoulders and armor that like gets my motor running.
Disclaimer. What you are about to hear is going to be uncensored. It is going to
boy.
be extremely graphic descriptions of something you never wanted to know.
Oh no.
Given to the
And we will not be able to use a bleep button on this. Just a fair warning.
Through it, Kim.
Bowser, I feel like he has to be on my list.
Oh yeah.
Because he is
He's Bowser.
bondage daddy sexy.
Bondage
Oh, no.
daddy, but also like
Good
literal
father.
daddy.
Yeah.
You heard her.
I'm not repeating that.
What?
If
be like-
Bowser's in the game.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
he's gonna make the
Beautiful
list.
words.
I just think he's cool.
Oh my god, do you remember Bowser Day?
One day, Ari and I,
Did she just call Bowser bondage?
Oh, this is where she talks about scrolling through one of those sites where it's okay to post lewd everything of any character ever and people actually discuss it. Tumblr? Yeah, I think it was Tumblr where she was looking for Bowser P. And, well, half of the time it's human, half of the time it's turtle. There you go. Sleep tight.
These are the same people who are trying to morally speak over you, right? These are the same people who are trying to claim to be more.
Well, obviously. Because they just care about being better than you in some way. They don't even care if the way is real. They just want to be more superior than you because in their head they are better. And this is pretty much the big problem of this. Anyway, that was Hypnotic. 10 out of 10. It's gonna get darker, boys. There's a lot of dark before the light. Bye-bye.